Frustrated by those moments of forgetfulness, that feeling that your brain just isn't as sharp as it used to be? You walk into a room and forget why you're there. A name is on the tip of your tongue, but it just won't come out. It's a common fear as we age, but what if I told you that one of the most powerful tools to fight back against this mental fog isn't a new age gadget or a complicated brain training program, but something small, blue, and absolutely delicious? In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how this humble fruit could be your brain's best friend after 60, and I promise you, the science behind it is as exciting as it is simple. We're not just talking about a minor improvement, we're talking about a potential game changer for your cognitive health. But here's the twist you won't see coming. It's not just about eating more blueberries, it's about how and when you eat them that unlocks their true potential. Stay with me, because the real secret is just moments away. Let's be honest. The conversation around cognitive decline after 60 can be a scary one. We see the statistics, we hear the stories, and a part of us worries about what the future holds for our own minds. It's the fear of losing our independence, our memories, the very essence of who we are. For decades, the prevailing belief was that significant cognitive decline was an almost inevitable part of aging, a steep and slippery slope with few handrails. We were told to do crossword puzzles and hope for the best, but what if that narrative is fundamentally flawed? What if we have more control than we've been led to believe? The problem isn't that our brains are destined to fail, it's that we haven't been given the right tools to properly support them. The feeling of helplessness so many people experience is the real enemy. But wait until you see what happens when we shift our focus from just accepting this decline to actively fighting it with nutrition. The human brain is remarkably resilient, and new research is showing us just how much power we have to protect it. Before we dive into the delicious solutions, we need to understand the battlefield inside our heads. The primary villain in this story is a process called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust on a car. Over time, as our bodies process food and react to environmental toxins, they create unstable molecules called free radicals. These free radicals are like tiny, out of control wrecking balls, bouncing around inside our cells and causing damage to everything they touch: our DNA, our proteins, and especially our brain cells. After the age of 60, the body's natural defense systems against these free radicals start to weaken, giving them the upper hand. This is a critical point that many people miss, but understanding it is the key to unlocking the power of what I'm about to share. So, how do we fight back against these invisible enemies? The answer lies in antioxidants, and as you might have guessed, blueberries are a certifiable super squad of these protective compounds. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip about how to maximize your body's absorption of these antioxidants comes at the 3-minute mark. Imagine your brain cells as a sprawling, interconnected city. Oxidative stress is the constant, low-level earthquake that's shaking the foundations, while another process, inflammation, is like a series of small fires breaking out all over the city. Chronic inflammation, often a sidekick to oxidative stress, is another major contributor to cognitive decline. It's the body's natural response to injury or infection, but when it becomes a constant state of being, it starts to damage healthy tissues, including the delicate structures of the brain. This dynamic duo of oxidative stress and inflammation creates a vicious cycle that can accelerate the aging process of our most vital organ. Now picture this: a highly skilled, elite team of firefighters and engineers arriving on the scene. That's precisely the role that the powerful compounds in blueberries play. They don't just put out the fires, they help rebuild and reinforce the city's defenses. It's a two-pronged attack that most other foods can't offer in such a potent combination. Have you ever felt that foggy-headed feeling after a large, unhealthy meal? Comment yes below if you've experienced this, because you've felt this inflammation firsthand. So, let's talk about the superheroes of this story: anthocyanins. It's a big word, but it's one you'll want to remember. Anthocyanins are the natural plant pigments that give blueberries their beautiful deep blue and purple hues. But they do so much more than just make the fruit look pretty. These compounds are some of the most powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatories found in nature. The real secret comes at the 1 minute and 30-second mark of this video, so keep watching. When we eat blueberries, these anthocyanins are absorbed into our bloodstream, and, incredibly, they are one of the few antioxidants that can cross the formidable blood brain barrier. This is a highly selective membrane that protects our brain from harmful substances, but it allows these beneficial compounds to pass through. Once inside, they get to work neutralizing those free radicals and calming inflammation right at the source. It's like having a personal security team for your neurons. But here's the twist: not all blueberries are created equal, and the way you prepare them can either supercharge their effects or render them almost useless. This brings us to our first actionable solution, and it's a simple one, but you'd be surprised how many people get this wrong. To truly harness the brain boosting power of blueberries, you need to be consuming them consistently. We're not talking about a handful once a week when you remember to buy them. The research that has shown the most significant cognitive benefits involves regular, often daily consumption. Think of it like exercise for your brain cells. You can't go to the gym once a month and expect to see results. A great starting point is about 1 cup per day. This could be in your morning smoothie, sprinkled over oatmeal or yogurt, or simply enjoyed as a standalone snack. Most people miss step number 3, which is all about timing, but I'll explain why that's so crucial in a moment. For now, just focus on making this a daily habit. One micro solution to make this easier is to buy frozen blueberries. They are often picked and frozen at peak ripeness, which means they retain their high anthocyanin content and they're available year round at a more affordable price. It's a simple switch that can make a huge difference. Now let's compare two popular methods of consumption: raw versus cooked. This is where a lot of well intentioned people go wrong. Option A is eating them fresh or frozen, and option B is eating them in baked goods like muffins or pies. While blueberry muffins are delicious, the high heat of baking can significantly degrade the delicate anthocyanin compounds, reducing their antioxidant and anti inflammatory power. One study showed that baking blueberries at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius for just 30 minutes could reduce their anthocyanin content by over 50%. So, while you're still getting some fiber and vitamins, you're missing out on the primary brain boosting benefits. The clear winner here for cognitive health is raw. If you're going to incorporate blueberries into your diet, specifically for their brain benefits, prioritizing raw consumption is absolutely key. But wait, what if you want to make a warm blueberry sauce for your oatmeal? Here's a troubleshooting tip. If you must heat them, do so for the shortest amount of time possible over low heat. Instead of baking them into a dish, make a quick compote on the stovetop and add it at the end. Every degree and every minute matters. Here's an interactive prompt for you to try right now. Go to your kitchen and look at what you have available for breakfast tomorrow. Can you see an easy way to incorporate 1 cup of raw or frozen blueberries? Is there a box of cereal that could be topped with them, or some yogurt that's waiting for a fruity addition? Taking a moment to plan this simple action right now dramatically increases the likelihood that you'll follow through. It's about building a system, not just relying on willpower. The most common hurdle people face is simply not having the blueberries on hand when they need them. So the next time you go grocery shopping, put fresh or frozen blueberries at the very top of your list. Make it a non negotiable item. This small change in your shopping habits can lead to a profound change in your daily nutritional intake and ultimately in your long term brain health. The convenience of frozen blueberries cannot be overstated here. They are the ultimate hack for ensuring you never run out. Let me share an unexpected case study with you. Researchers at the University of Cincinnati conducted a study on a group of older adults in their late 60s who were already experiencing mild, age related memory decline. One group was asked to drink wild blueberry juice every day for 12 weeks, while the other group drank a placebo juice with a similar taste and appearance, but none of the beneficial anthocyanins. The results were astounding. The group that drank the blueberry juice showed significant improvements in memory function and even reported fewer symptoms of depression. Brain scans also revealed increased activity in the brain regions associated with memory. This wasn't a small, incremental change. It was a noticeable and measurable improvement in their cognitive performance. This study and others like it provide powerful evidence that we can proactively intervene in the cognitive aging process. But here's the twist: the benefits weren't just limited to memory. They also saw improvements in mood and overall well being, highlighting the holistic impact of this superfood on our mental state. Now, let's talk about that crucial third step that most people miss: nutrient synergy. It's not just about what you eat, but what you eat it with. The bioavailability of the anthocyanins in blueberries, meaning how well your body can absorb and utilize them, can be enhanced by pairing them with certain other foods. A fantastic partner for blueberries is a source of healthy fats, like nuts, seeds, or avocado. The fats help to slow down the digestive process, allowing more time for the anthocyanins to be absorbed into your bloodstream. A perfect brain boosting breakfast could be a bowl of oatmeal with blueberries and a sprinkle of walnuts or chia seeds. Option A is eating the blueberries alone. Option B is pairing them with a healthy fat. Option B is by far the superior choice for maximizing cognitive benefits. So, from now on, when you have your daily cup of blueberries, think about what healthy fat you can pair with them. This simple principle of food pairing is a game changer and a secret that top nutritionists use to help their clients get the most out of their meals. And what about the timing I mentioned earlier? Does it matter when you eat your blueberries? While a consistent daily intake is the most important factor, there's some emerging research suggesting that consuming these antioxidant rich foods in the morning might give you a cognitive edge throughout the day. Your brain has been fasting all night while you sleep, and in the morning it's primed to receive nutrients. By providing it with a potent dose of anthocyanins first thing, you're setting yourself up with a protective shield against oxidative stress for the hours to come. This could translate to better focus and mental clarity during your most productive parts of the day. Think of it as putting on your mental armor before you go into battle. It's a subtle shift, but one that could lead to noticeable differences in how you feel and perform mentally. The most important thing is to get them in daily, but if you want to optimize for focus and clarity, making them a part of your breakfast routine is a powerful strategy. Don't skip ahead, because at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to share a surprising tip about a specific type of blueberry that contains almost double the antioxidant power. Before we get to that, let's address a common concern. What if I don't like blueberries? While their taste is generally well liked, some people may have aversions or allergies. The good news is that the powerful anthocyanins are present in other deep red, purple, and black fruits as well. Blackberries, blackcurrants, cherries, and even the skin of eggplants contain these beneficial compounds, while blueberries, particularly one type I'm about to reveal, are often considered the king of anthocyanins. Variety is also key in a healthy diet. You can create a brainberry mix of blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries to get a wider spectrum of polyphenols, which are all beneficial plant compounds. The principle remains the same. Aim for consistent daily intake of these deeply colored fruits in their raw form. This is a great troubleshooting tip for ensuring long-term adherence to this dietary strategy. If you get bored with one, you can switch to another without losing the core brain protective benefits. Let's now reveal the super blueberry I hinted at earlier. While all blueberries are good for you, wild blueberries are the undisputed champions of brain health. These are the smaller, more intensely colored berries that you often find in the frozen food section. Compared to their larger, cultivated cousins, wild blueberries have a higher concentration of anthocyanins, sometimes up to twice as much. This is because their smaller size means a higher skin to flesh ratio, and the skin is where these powerful pigments are most concentrated. Their harsher growing conditions in the wild also naturally lead them to produce more of these protective antioxidant compounds to defend themselves. So, if you're making the effort to incorporate blueberries into your diet for cognitive benefits, seeking out the wild variety is a smart move. It's like choosing the high performance version of this already incredible superfood. Try this now. The next time you are at the grocery store, specifically look for wild blueberries on the packaging in the frozen aisle. Making this one small change could literally double the potency of your daily brain boosting habit. We've talked a lot about the what and how, but let's take a moment to understand the deeper why. What are these anthocyanins actually doing in the brain on a microscopic level? Beyond their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory roles, they have been shown to directly improve communication between brain cells. They do this by enhancing something called synaptic plasticity, which is the ability of the connections between neurons to strengthen or weaken over time. Stronger connections mean faster and more efficient communication, which is the biological basis of learning and memory. Imagine it as upgrading the internet connection in your brain from dial up to high speed fiber optic. The information flows more smoothly and with less effort. Furthermore, anthocyanins appear to promote the production of a crucial protein called brain derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF acts like a fertilizer for your brain, encouraging the growth of new neurons and the survival of existing ones. Most people have never heard of BDNF, but it is one of the most critical molecules for maintaining a youthful, resilient brain as we age. By eating blueberries, you are actively supporting these fundamental processes of brain health. Let me give you another real world example to illustrate the power of this. Consider two 65-year-old individuals, both leading relatively similar lifestyles. Person A starts their day with a sugary cereal or a plain piece of toast. Person B starts their day with a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with a cup of wild blueberries and a handful of almonds. Over the course of a day, a week, a year, and then a decade, the cumulative impact of these choices is profound. Person A's brain is constantly fighting a low grade battle against inflammation and oxidative stress with limited reinforcements. Person B's brain is being continuously supplied with an elite team of neuroprotective compounds that actively fight off damage and support cellular repair and communication. It's not a stretch to say that after 10 or 20 years, person B is likely to have a significant cognitive advantage with a sharper memory and better overall brain function. This isn't about some miracle cure, it's about the undeniable power of consistent, daily, intelligent nutritional choices. It's the small hinges that swing the biggest doors. Comment yes below if this makes sense to you and you're ready to make a change. Let's dive into another method comparison. What about blueberry supplements versus the whole fruit? It can be tempting to just pop a pill and get the benefits, but in most cases, the whole fruit is superior. Option A is the supplement, option B is the whole fruit. The whole fruit contains not just the anthocyanins, but also a complex matrix of fiber, vitamins like vitamin C and K, and other phytonutrients that all work together synergistically. This is often referred to as the food matrix effect. The fiber in blueberries, for instance, helps to regulate blood sugar levels, which is also critically important for brain health as it prevents the energy spikes and crashes that can lead to mental fatigue and fogginess. Furthermore, the supplement industry is not always well regulated, and the quality and dosage of anthocyanins can vary widely between brands. By choosing the whole frozen wild blueberry, you are getting the full, unadulterated power of nature's design. The one exception where a supplement might be considered is for individuals who, for whatever reason, absolutely cannot consume the berries themselves. If this is the case, a troubleshooting tip is to look for a high quality supplement that is standardized for its anthocyanin content and consult with a healthcare provider. But for the vast majority of us, the whole fruit is the way to go. Here's another interactive prompt for you. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to what I call the Blueberry Brain Boost Challenge. The rules are simple. Eat 1 cup of raw or frozen blueberries every single day. That's it. Keep a small journal, and at the end of each day, write down how you felt. Did you notice any changes in your energy levels, your focus, or your mood? Many people report feeling a subtle but noticeable improvement in their mental clarity even after a short period. The purpose of this challenge is not just to test the effects for yourself, but to build the habit. After 7 days of consciously incorporating this into your routine, it becomes much easier to continue for the long term. This isn't just about the long term goal of protecting your brain after 60. It's also about feeling better right now. The combination of antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber can have a near immediate positive impact on your overall well being. So, are you up for the challenge? Let's not forget the crucial link between our gut and our brain, often called the gut brain axis. This is a bidirectional communication highway between our central nervous system and our digestive tract. A healthy gut microbiome, which is the community of trillions of bacteria living in our intestines, is essential for a healthy brain. What we eat directly influences the composition of this microbiome. The fiber in blueberries acts as a prebiotic, which means it's food for the good bacteria in our gut. By nourishing these beneficial bacteria, we help them to thrive and produce compounds called short chain fatty acids, like butyrate, which have potent anti inflammatory effects throughout the body, including the brain. So, when you eat blueberries, you're not just feeding your brain directly with anthocyanins, you're also feeding your gut, which in turn helps to create a healthier environment for your brain. This is a critical piece of the puzzle that many people overlook. It's a beautiful example of how interconnected our body systems truly are, and how a simple food can have such a wide ranging positive impact. But here's a twist you might not expect: the interaction between your specific gut bacteria and the polyphenols in blueberries can influence how well those polyphenols are utilized. This means that supporting your gut health in other ways, like eating a variety of high fiber foods, can actually help you get more brain boosting bang for your blueberry buck. We've covered a lot of ground, from oxidative stress and inflammation to anthocyanins, wild blueberries, and the gut brain axis. It's a comprehensive look at why this small fruit is a powerhouse for cognitive health, especially after 60. The evidence is clear and compelling. The problem of age related cognitive decline is not an insurmountable mountain, it's a hill we can climb, and blueberries are one of our most effective and delicious climbing tools. We've debunked the myth that cognitive decline is inevitable and replaced it with a message of empowerment and control. We've provided actionable solutions, from the simple act of a daily cup of blueberries to the more nuanced strategies of choosing wild berries, pairing them with healthy fats, and prioritizing raw consumption. These are not complicated, expensive, or difficult strategies to implement. They are simple, accessible, and backed by a growing body of scientific research. It's about making a conscious choice every day to invest in your future self, to protect the memories, experiences, and wisdom you've spent a lifetime accumulating. The power to build a more resilient brain is literally at your fingertips, waiting in the produce or freezer aisle of your local grocery store. As we reach the final part of our discussion, I want you to feel a sense of optimism and excitement. You now have a deep understanding of one of nature's most powerful tools for brain health. This knowledge is your first line of defense. The next step is action. The journey to a sharper, more resilient brain after 60 is not a sprint. It's a marathon built on small, consistent daily habits. It starts with a single blueberry. It's a commitment you make to yourself each morning with your breakfast. It's the conscious choice to nourish your most precious asset. Don't let this information be something you just found interesting. Let it be the catalyst for a real, lasting change in your life. The power to shape your cognitive future is more in your hands than you ever imagined. And now, to ensure you get the most out of this information and continue on your journey to optimal brain health, I have a few final steps for you. First, if you found this deep dive into the science of blueberries fascinating, you'll love my next video on the top 3 herbs that have been scientifically proven to boost memory and focus. Click here to watch next: the 3 best memory boosting herbs, for even more deeper insights into natural cognitive enhancement. Second, to make sure you have all the key takeaways and actionable steps from this video at your fingertips, I've created a free downloadable guide. To get it, simply click the link in the description below and save this guide for the step-by-step breakdown. It's perfect to print out and stick on your fridge as a daily reminder. And finally, if you're committed to protecting your brain health for the long term, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for part 2 of this series, where I will reveal the surprising connection between your sleep posture and nighttime brain detoxification. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for investing this time in yourself. Your brain will thank you for it.